He did say in his interview he's trying to think in English now instead of in Danish and trying to transfer that. But either way, here we go. A 4-man stack.
5-man stack?
Sorry, yeah, a 5-man stack at the very start. It must be aggressive. You're going to have to push 2 towards cave. And they're going to have to go for this challenge towards middle. If NertZ can find his kill, everything will be in a good position. Now they can actually apply some pressure.
Okay, well, he spotted 2. Information, at least in the favor of Spirit here. They're in, the bomb goes down, and now they need to set up in the post plant because Endpoint are coming.
Do they have a kit? They do. MiGHTYMAX
well
with that.
placed.
Yeah, you're right. That's a nightmare of a Molotov and a nightmare of a kill to receive. Kjaerbye goes down. They have to go through CT spawn, and Patsi is happy to oblige here. And there's another player, but great kills from the CTs here. Advantage, remember, they do have the kits, so they actually can pull this one off. Both players towards Donut here. It's going to be Siren and Wonderful. Watching towards middle is Siren. That's an easy kill towards NertZ. He'll pick that up, and at this point, they've got to go for that defuse. Max, like we said, has the kit. Crucial might have to defend when he goes for the full defuse here.
Sticking it, they got to knock him off now. Still sticking it right now is Max. He's got enough. The defuse comes through. The final seconds there. The kill for Wonderful, sure, but Max, the objective is the key. The piss around is theirs. And Endpoint, they get something.
They absolutely do. What a start that was. And a 5-man V-stack, Chad, to kick things off. You don't see it too often, but there was an objective behind it. Pushing down towards the cave position, and then, of course, be sure. And managing to actually challenge towards middle. And that retail, you can see him spinning around a little bit there. You can't spin like the old days. You can't do the 4,000 DPI spin anymore. It will be disconnected, but still, a little bit of movement there. And although Wonderful gets the kills, the round goes in favor of Endpoint. But bomb planted and lots of frags, we're going to see those rifles come out.
They're clearly trying to lift the energy, right? Now, we didn't have too many round wins for them to have the energy, but there with the pistol around, everybody trying to keep the vibe up. This is a smoke from Chopper, destined to go towards CT spawn. Surreal to defend from Donut here. Needs the rotation of NertZ and Crucial to come through Temple quite quickly, because Surreal, they're coming. Flashes out. First kill found. Siren in the dirt. They got control right now.
That's pretty decent from Surreal. Takes no damage from that one. A blind kill in his favor. He's retreated. He's got the information. They have swarmed the A-bomb site, but they're trying to hunt him down here. If he gets one more frag, that would be sublime. He does enough damage to justify the position. Chopper down to 10 points of health, so they should be able to convert that. NertZ will find Patsi, so advancing back towards Endpoint here. That's Wonderful, trying to patrol towards that CT spawn position. And here we go towards the Temple. It's going to be big frags for magixx here, but still the trades are looking decent for Endpoint. I'm liking this, Chad.
They haven't planned it, though. Wonderful with this flank. It could really change the dialogue of this round. Looking the wrong way.
No,
How does Max miss that one? Fortunately, Crucial here spins around, gets the kill, and Chopper with 10 HP. Remember, Surreal dinked him up much earlier in the round over towards Donut. Now, Chopper, the in-game leader, still has 2 players defined between a rock and a donut right now, and the headshot from NertZ is crispy. They do confirm the second, but Max is going to be a little bit...
Were you going for like a Krispy Kreme reference there?
Yeah.
That was nice. I liked that a lot. Okay, let's keep that going.
Yeah,
Chad.
well, glazed.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah,
that's really nice.
Yep.
Okay, so there's the CT stepping up. A bit of a sticky situation for Max there, but still managing to pick up the round. All is forgiven. No plan comes through. Team Spirit have to take the eco. All of a sudden, Endpoint, that morale's going to start raising here. They start to believe they actually have a shout to this one. They're not completely removed from the game in the first half.
Well, let's see how soul-crushing losing to 2 Deagles, or make that 3 Deagles, a Tech 9 and a Glock may feel.
Well, Max is pushing towards the B ramp position. We'll see if NertZ can back him up from lane. Smoke down, protects him as well. Isolated kill towards Chopper. Probably should be happy with that. Fall back, join the squad. Don't risk giving anything away.
Siren lurking out over here towards A. We'll get an opportunity to take a one-on-one duel here against the likes of Surreal.
Yeah, that Deagle looks poised.
Just if you get like a lot of room for those angles, it's pre-fire at that point. Now, they are continuing to stand in these forward positions. Kjaerbye and NertZ aggressive towards mid, and B lane is very important here.
Is Siren through undetected?
Oh, he is. Very much so.
This could be problematic. It's difficult to have high-impact kills here with only just one available and now a 5-on-2.
He should kill Surreal here.
Definitely, but he's making sure he might even knife him for the cash.
That's a good point, because dropping an AWP, right, for Wonderful might be a part of the conversation. They are coming back and they want to get the bomb down. If he gets this kill, the rotation's already close. You can see Max is here, but he's on half HP. So Siren silences Surreal. In Donut now. The next fight is Crucial coming his way, and only a body tag there. There's not going to be all... There will be the plant from Wonderful just in time.
On the full eco, he manages to not get a massive amount of frags with that flank, but still gets the one, plants the bomb. That's pretty much all they could ask for in that sort of round, right?
Yeah, guaranteeing a little bit of extra cash, right? Because you could see in that round that Patsi, he took a full eco. I assume that is to get the AWP dropped into the hands of Wonderful, but now with that plant, he could buy one of his own. So you don't need to worry about that anymore. Patsi can invest in full utility with the AK, and we're going to get into the gun rounds here.
So, We do have a saved SMG from MiGHTYMAX, but an Ancient, that's absolutely fine. Lots of tight corridors for you to utilize and try and be a nuisance for them. Wonderful in the AWP, becomes problematic because he is looking absolutely fantastic, if you don't mind me saying, in these last couple of maps, and we'll see the mid-battle ensue. This is a key part of the map, of course, and not too much T presence at the start, but magixx will be showing his face towards the B ramp and takes a lot of grenade damage there, down to 46 HP. NertZ will confirm they haven't got any mid-control whatsoever, which is a great start for the CTs. The boxes are clear, the platform looks okay, and a bit of a default here from Team Spirit, working towards the A side of the map by the looks of things.
But a lot of utility invested for Endpoint just to get this map control, and sure, they have it for now. They only have one smoke left in the hands of Surreal. They've had to rejig the defense after playing forward early, and this is mid-retake utility. Molly, flash, forward they go, and they've taken lane back. So sure, we'll give it to you for the first 30 seconds, but now it's ours, and Team Spirit can start working with this. Top mid is smoked. They can jump up over the Tetris box towards the B lane if they'd like. A common place to park a player for rotations is currently where Patsi resides. And they still, through all of this, have Siren defaulting quite heavily in towards that A main. A position where you can hear if they're in donor, if they're rotating around, and maybe the first fight of this round.
You will see a lot of CTs pushing towards that A cave, but for now it's wonderful opening things up. That's towards Donut, and Surreal gets dropped. They're pouncing on the opportunity to get the map control here in towards A, and the CTs are nowhere to be seen on this side of the map, really. We've got NertZ towards red, he's in CT spawn, and at this point the bomb will be going down, and then a 5 versus 4. Like you said, little to no utility after expending so much towards middle. A spam looked like he had a chance there, but if anything, this gives up his position, and Patsi will take him down and pretty much confirming the round.
Well, will they be given the opportunity to save? For Spirit, still early stages, they should start building a bit of a bank of their own here, so we might see them just contain, right? Maybe not go too hungry for the kills, but contain to make sure no cheeky business from Endpoint here. They'll be able to get themselves a tidy buy into the next. Max can upgrade or he can drop. Kjaerbye can do the same. So shouldn't have too many qualms getting guns in the hands of NertZ and Surreal. But that seemed way too easy for Wonderful, right? Just stepped out, immediate kill, right?
Yeah.
They felt like they had a very good idea of the angles that were going to be held there. And the late mid control. So this is the conversation that needs to be had about heavy mid and B lane control, because if you're going to take it, you might have to stay there, right? If you're going to use all that utility just for the early control and drop back, you're going to find yourself in a bit of a prickly situation.
We did hear from Wonderful in the interview that he's been watching the Endpoint demos, and they knew they were playing Ancient today, so he'll be familiar with their tendencies, right? So the angles they hold when they fall back, obviously, like you said, pushing the CTs back into more defensive positions, and it's a great shot, but oh my goodness, it wasn't even a wall bang there. Got him on the fingertips.
Okay, that was actually a really nice shot.
Yeah, Surreal's very unlucky there. Like, he played it well. He's probably holding a pixel gap, and this gets absolutely wrecked. But like you said, a buy available and crucial on the AWP. That mid control coming in once again. Crucial joining them with the sniper, spamming down any potential players in the smokes.
There's one key here that Spirit are doing. They're doing the Infinity Molly to front donut, which is forcing Endpoint to drop a smoke extinguish early. You can see that on the radar top left. And that's a key piece of utility. And if they extinguish, Spirit know immediately that it's very likely Endpoint are fighting for mid control. So with one Molly, without the mid smoke, without the extra flashes, they get a bucket load of information here, Spirit.
Well, here comes that later approach towards middle. Bomb still down in T-spawn. They've got B lane control as well. CTs do have MiGHTYMAX in the cave, but he looks like he has to be forced to. Oh, the flashbang destroys him. Running through the flames there. That sound cue coming through. Catches the flash, but crucial. This time with the AWP towards Donut. Didn't see much of his AWPing on overpass.
I don't think he had it in his hands too many times at all, the poor guy. So this time being allowed to purchase it up. Chopper looking for some space over towards the top of the B ramp. 3 players residing over towards the B bomb site, and Kjaerbye's the hardest to clear here.
Difficult position to find multiple frags, or even one. magixx free fires him to oblivion, but Surreal had a couple of decent rounds on overpass himself, and will be smoked off towards long. That's NertZ. They're going to have to boost behind this potentially and see what they can do with it. Oh, come on, lads.
Yeah, with the sound cue as well, and still continuing.
They were fumbling boosts on overpass, you remember, as well.
Yeah, looking a bit clunky, a little bit clumsy here. Still have themselves the 3-on-3 situation, but the timer is against them now. Smoke starting to fade. Siren, yeah, well, hard to see, and just was pre-firing through the smoke, hoping it was played on the fade. Not the case. It's Wonderful and magixx to deny this one.
Oh, the man of the hour, Mr. Wonderful, misses a rare shot there, and it's up to magixx to find 3 kills, defend this bomb, and he started on the right foot here. The diffuser's coming in. Oh no, Chad, there's no kid available. Oh, he's hitting him. No, he's gonna get him. He's gonna still defusing here. This is absolutely nuts, and it's gonna be Endpoint taking the round. Balls of steel from Surreal there. He gets 2 kills, and it's actually the fact that he has no kit that leads him to the round victory. He's assuming he's got offered at that point. He hits him twice with the AWP, still defuses, and it's a round that falls away, but still, What an opportunity that was for magixx. He's unfortunate not to win that one.
Yeah, look, I feel for magixx, but I also feel for Endpoint. 2 of the 4 rounds you've won, everybody's died, but you've managed to defuse the bomb. So I was like, well, we won the round, but we have to rebuy everything. They're still going to come back in with a purchase. magixx saved an AWP. It's not a good look.
You're trying to celebrate that one, but the fact he's saved the orb, killed 3 of you, and you've even saved nothing for the next round. Sure, you've won, but it's going to be a compromised setup going forward. You can see where they're frustrated. What an effort this was. That shot hits. And the second one, I thought...
He's so unlucky, isn't he? Not for it just to completely strike and get that kill through. That would have been some clutch from magixx there. Great effort.
Fantastic effort for sure.
Okay, well, they do get the AWP back in the hands of Crucial, so that's a key. See, same again. Look how much util that they're having to use. They're so scared about the full mid-rush, and understandably so. If you're the CTs and you don't have enough utility to deal with it, they will just run out over you. Nice little flash from Surreal over the top, facilitates a peek from Kjaerbye here. Didn't see enough to commit to a duel. And now the feeling out process of this round starting to fall in the favor of Spirit. They're lurking through mid. Patsi. That's Wonderful just behind a deep smoke towards Elbow. Will deny that help of Wonderful for now, but Patsi not afraid. Able just to waltz forward.
Still feels like Endpoint lost that previous round.
Doesn't
Even though they won, like, you can see like the way they're playing quite cagey this round. They've only got 2 flashes, no kits. Lose this one, it's an opportunity for Team Spirit to get right back in this first half. But for now, that later mid control coming through. The AWP of Wonderful takes position there up towards the platform. And we'll see whether the smokes once again will deny the B bomb site. MiGHTYMAX at MP9 once again hasn't really had a rifle so far. We're playing up close and personal, got flashed out of position before.
He'd be screaming for a flash here, but right now, doesn't look like there's one available to help him out.
I like this, the timing could be good, Chad.
Oh, maybe not. 1 for 1 right now. Max in the dirt. Chopper gets traded out here. Kjaerbye in limbo against the orb. Oh. Wonderful, he is sharp.
That's a great shot. 4 versus 3. He had to deliver there. He had no backup whatsoever and absolutely rails him. Kjaerbye goes down with just 1 kill. Man advantage for Team Spirit and NertZ. He could be in trouble as well. Patsi just waiting for any aggression towards middle.
Over time now, 20 seconds. They have to go B. NertZ is still flirting with the idea it could be A, but there's so much noise. Surreal just needs 1 kill here, and it could have been enough to stall this out. But Siren continuing the good form from overpass. There's the flank from Patsi, and now it's just Crucial. He's got the first call into Siren. He's been tagged now. 1 more to find, but magixx is there.
Good effort.
Not enough.
But unfortunately, that's the full reset now for the CTs. They're going to have 1,400 per player, and it's either force into it or take the double eco. So we'll see what they're going to do.
They should force in this situation, but this shot here from Wonderful was great. Like the orb close range, he's doing everything.
It's one of the, you knew he was going to hit it, but it's like he shouldn't, but he's probably going to. Like the kind of game he's having right now. And Kjaerbye, that's a frustrating one. He knows if he gets that kill, they probably win the round, right? So we'll see what happens here. It is going to be the force by Desert Eagles. Kevlar, 1 smoke and a flash, and this is where Team Spirit really start to come alive on their T side. So we'll have a timeout here, just a chance to discuss things. It looks like there's a calmer environment there now. They've actually got more rounds than they did in the first map already, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe Regin was just hoping they'd get a bit more energy out of them in that first map as well,
yeah,
being your own pick. And as mentioned in the early stage of this one, there was a bit more energy, but it's very easy to lose those good vibes when things start going wrong. Yeah, he's trying to yell. He's really trying to fire them up here, but nobody does a louder team chant at the start or cheer, however you want to label it, than Spirit. They are the loudest, without a doubt. Like in Cologne, they were blowing the roof off the place.
Well, that's how I guess that can be a double-edged sword sometimes.
True.
So if you get too fired up and then you start having some difficult rounds and you have that roller coaster of emotion, that's something to note as well. But still, I prefer to have a positive environment for sure. So here we go. Like we said, Desert Eagles and a bit more of an B focus here from Team Spirit at the start. But there are flanks coming in for these Desert Eagles.
Yeah, this divider smoke has been thrown from spawn by Spirit. It's a new little adjustment now that the boxes have been removed. But playing on the fade, Patsi. Ooh, fortunate to tuck away here. Is going to have a lot to deal with the flash. It's way too deep. Yeah, Patsi's going to mop this one up. 3 kills for him. Maybe even going to be the 4th right now. The Glock comes out. He might even get the ace here. Yeah.
They were completely out of the round. Like, it was a great position. They knew he was there. Bro, pre-fire him, lads. Oh, we're fully blind. MiGHTYMAX the double assist there. You do hate to see it. It happens, but when you had a chance to get maybe 2 kills, that's an unfortunate one, and he just fully invested into that round as well.
So now it will be, what is the economical? Here at, well, we actually didn't get to catch that flash, but is one of the last man standing is old poor NertZ. So that was the highlight of the round for Endpoint, that Deagle kill.
2 assists. Full eco, Chad. Not one Endpoint would love to be in, but they're going to stack towards the A site, and they have nothing to speak of. $0 invested. Now, every now and then, every blue moon, you do see these rounds work out. I'm not sure Endpoint are in form right now to make that happen, but we'll see. It's going to be the stack. The crossfires are pretty good, but it would take a strange coincidence for Team Spirit just to walk into the bomb site with nothing down whatsoever.
I like the calling so far from Chopper. Let's take A main control. Let's park Siren. We'll go back for the mid control.
I've seen so many different approaches on this map. I was watching OG the other day, and they love to go fast towards middle, right? It seems like Team Spirit in a different school of thought. They're happy for the CTs to take control at the start. And it's kind of reminiscent to the banana battle in Inferno, I suppose. Let the CTs expend everything they've got. We'll happily take it 20 seconds later, and there's nothing they can do but fall back.
I think one of the things with modern-day Counter-Strike as well is you need to have so many different approaches, right? Because if Endpoint have come in here, and let's hope that they've done their homework, they've probably gone, okay, let's play heavy mid to try and stifle aggressive mid moves. If you're Spirit, you go, well, let's not play heavy mid.
Right.
Then they're going to waste all their utility. And then it's not only that. We're going to a couple kills coming in a second here. There's one for Patsi. But as an individual, because you have people like Blade now, who are just like massive, you know, nerds for the demo watching. Oh, it's too easy. The problem you have is even as a player, you have to switch up what you do and then do fakes of what you've done in previous demo. It's so crazy,
Absolutely.
The layers now.
Yeah. And I guess we'll see if Endpoint want to reserve some of the utility at the start now, considering, but this is way of your chopper.
They probably run out mid.
You go for a fast one. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Now they completely change it up with just heads-up gunplay, a couple of flashes over. That would be an amazing call, just when things are starting to look problematic towards middle. And we'll see where they go with it. Wonderful. He actually is going for a mid-pick at the start. Not necessarily going to be challenging faster, but he actually's got vision here, Chad. We'll see whether he can maintain it. Good grenades. Does quite a lot of damage here, so advantage Endpoint this time.
Yeah, and good understanding, right? That little smoke that the T's throw to provide a gap using their mollies against them. Endpoint aware of what's happening. So
true.
This is the thing, you need to be able to adjust on the fly. So a positive, and they have forward mid control here. Oh, a very close molly. Siren's out on A right now, has to take this fight. He's full committed here.
The CT waiting to receive. That's Surreal. He's only got the FAMAS, but
he's lost
Siren.
temple control.
Yeah, he really has. Chopper will trade kills towards Cave. Kjaerbye comes out on top, but it's all about the A side of the map right now. With that flank coming through, they've lost track of Siren and magixx. He isn't missing many shots these days, just rallying off bullets towards the short position of B.
Look at the job that Siren's done. Two players have to account for this. They don't know if he's through temple, and he's just playing platform. A freebie for Siren. A great shot onto Surreal, and he knows that there's more around the corner. The B push coming through. There's fights all across the map, and they continue to fall in the favor of Spirit. It's a 2-on-2 drop back, crucial in the dirt, and it's just Kjaerbye standing at the B site as the bomb makes its way to A.
And they just saw him at Cave as well, and that's where he resides right now. He'll have no kit, one flash, relatively good HP, but the bomb's going to be going down in the next 15 seconds, and the best he can hope for is a donut flank by the looks of things.
Yeah, and Wonderful has a smoke for that position. He knows he doesn't have to worry about CT spawn because guess what? Patsy's pushed all the way in.
Going towards A halls at least.
Yeah.
I think I prefer that, but I don't think he'll have much of a shot at deep CT spawn plan as well. And that's exactly where Patsi will be waiting. So I'd say statistically he's got about a 5% chance of doing anything with this one.
Yeah,
but look at that one, just a flash. No kit.
Yeah, it's such a hard position. And Wonderful's just posted up.
You have to hit this shot now.
Yeah.
And it's not going to happen. And this is the nightmare fuel for Endpoint. They've had a great start, 4-1 up, but also now given up 4 rounds in a row. A couple of awkward ones chucked in there. And there will be the next timeout. So, a chance to discuss.
If players at home, or individuals at home, ever want to see like how difficult it is in a lot of these situations to take fights. So higher level Counter-Strike, obviously you need the coordination of your teammates. You're doing things as a collective. You have set utility to help facilitate some of these things. But you can try something as simple as like the YPRAC maps, or maybe if you want to splurge a bit of cash, you can get one of the things like Refrag, for example.
Right.
And you can play pre-fire, and it shows you when you're taking these positions, they're not even doing all the angles, they're just doing a lot of the common angles. And some of them, when you clear temple and then you go to take the fight CT, you also have to worry about the guy behind the sight box, right?
That's a really good point.
Be very conservative with how you take those fights, and if people want to understand just how difficult that is, go do pre-fire against bots. That's not easy for a layman, right?
It's excellent. You realize as well, after you do a session for like an hour, you're just like, oh, I actually feel a lot more confident going into these fights towards these new positions on Ancient, a map that's evolving every couple of months as well, even just subtly changing things up. And we'll get into the next round. Timeout yields just a bit of a partial, I guess you can call this an eco, with just one Kevlar purchase. Kjaerbye seems to like the Deagle armor combination, but we'll see if he can provide any sort of results here. Basic A finish here, smoke's coming in, and that'll be towards CT spawn as Surreal. He'll need a 1D if there's going to be any chance of him doing anything with this. Smokes out toward the temple. A position has been a problem.
Was that the intention? Is he trying to leave a... There's a one-way gap on the right, but I'm not sure if that's what he was aiming for.
I guess if it dribbles out, you're right. Yeah.
He got one.
He did. Through the smoke at least, so maybe it was a one-way.
Okay, well, a number advantage here, but still just the pistols.
Yeah, I guess he can see through that tiny gap. I'm not sure. 5 on 3, though, still a lot of work. I dare say still give the advantage to Team Spirit, considering these rifles will chew through the unarmored players like he is right now. Wonderful. Just one more kill, and it's back to an even kill. Boosted player as well. That's a really nice adjustment. Should be a massive problem here. Wonderful just needs to stay alive. He doesn't need to worry about Donut. His teammate will have that from the boost. There we go.
And Muppet Bucket comes out here, doesn't it? Well, it's a nice shot from NertZ, and Surreal with a good kill through the smoke as well. I think he went back to CT and spammed, so even more lucky to get that kill with where those bodies were. So, look, it was another light investment, a pistol upgrade, and now the guns come out again, but Spirit are already up to 6 on the T side of Ancient. Here it is.
So Surreal went back, okay.
Yeah, because I don't think he meant... It didn't really look...
It looked like it should have come out a little bit deeper, so at least denies entrance, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You can do something with it. He just locked himself out of... And that's why he had to go back to CT spawn as above. He locked himself out of the temple.
Well, it worked out for him, didn't he? Got a kill.
Absolutely true. It wasn't one of those rounds that was too important. It's going to be the AWP for Crucial. Once again, CT's willing to challenge at the very start, denying any sort of access. Absolutely fine, but we do know Team Spirit are happy to retake. And that's when the CTs have to fall back. So... Actually, a bit more of a B focus here, Chad. I think the execution might be coming in. We haven't really seen the full B whack, and maybe even a contact play here. Not going to be telegraphing too much. MiGHTYMAX spots a couple of them, though, and he does have a flash, but that's about it. Awkward kill from Kjaerbye does yield him 1. But a 4 on 3, Surreal has to deliver once again. He can't necessarily just dry pick this, but he's got pincer frags coming in towards the elbow position as well.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah,
look at that. It's perfect. Right, there's no rush. The understanding from Spirit there, let's wait for the smoke to fade. Let's allow Patsi to clear this. We don't need to put our body on the line. And now this is just going to leave 2 players left over for Endpoint in very undesirable situations. Split up. They're in another round here where they're feeling a bit like bin juice on a 31-degree day, and it's
37 if you're a multi-shot, to be honest with you.
It's been hot here.
It's been real. It's a bit cloudy today.
I was worried about thunderstorms.
You don't like the banging of thunder, do you? The fireworks,
flash flooding here, though. It does, the streets aren't used to rain.
It'll be a sunny day, then there'll just be floods in the street for an hour. Then it'll go back to sunny. It's
it only happens twice a year, I think. They call that monsoon season.
Yeah.
Well, they're both B, Henry, and there's 25 seconds.
It's raining fire in the B bomb site right now, and MiGHTYMAX once again has got to look at multiple angles, but he is rising to the occasion, isn't he? That's a couple of kills. Crucial with the AWP, not the best position, down to 10 points of health, make it 0. An impressive sequence from the MiGHTYMAX, but still, once again, that's going to be the 6th round in a row for Team Spirit on their map pick. On the T side of Ancient, already 1 map up. It's not looking good, and it's eco territory once again, at least partial buy for Endpoint, as we'll see the boost efforts here. This is where Endpoint had a real chance to cause massive amount of damage, but they're only getting the 1 frag on these pushes and able to capitalize on the advantages they get, and it will be that partial buy we spoke of. Nice double killer from Max. That's all you can really ask for from him, but the trade comes through way too comfy once again. And finally, a fast mid approach here coming in from Team Spirit, changing the pacing up, and no one's there to receive, so massive amounts of control granted.
They've been in a terrible cycle as well, Endpoint, right? It's just been like gun round pistol, and that's why when we talk about saving, it can be important, because with the cheaper silenced M4, you save a couple of guns, you can drop, and you can try and keep it at least slightly competitive. But, I was going to say, if NertZ doesn't convert this one, this game won't be competitive at all. He will get a freebie onto Siren, who was lurking up mid. Now coming into Kjaerbye's domain, this Deagle up close.
Here we go.
That's a good first shot. We'll need to get a lot more done here if Spirit keep on marching forward. They get the frag onto MiGHTYMAX, swinging out to assist. The rotation coming as well. Kjaerbye's still here, and he's going to deal with another. Patsi also falls at the hand of the shaky Deagle.
Really nice work there from Kjaerbye. Patient, disciplined. Making sure he guaranteed that second frag. Forced their hand. Made sure they came into his domain. And Surreal, Chad, this is looking good. A guaranteed frag on Wonderful. Hits the shot in the back. Bomb found as well. 4 versus 1. Chopper, surely, with no chance here. NertZ will seal the deal. A big round there. One that was very much needed on the Endpoint side. Will raise morale. They can salvage AK-47s and the AWP.
An argument could be made that that is the best round that they've won so far in this map, right? Because the pistol round with a defuse, that gun round where magixx almost won the 1-on-3 was just a defuse. This one here, they get it done cleanly and through the individuals. Yeah. And it's a massive bonus to win a round like this. So if they can 8-7, that's okay. It's not great, But it's okay.
It's absolutely okay, and that's all they can hope for at this point, considering how the first map went. And here we go then. A full buy on the CT side. Same mid-sequence and more passive once more from Team Spirit. They'll be showing a lot of B control once more. They haven't been too challenged at the start of the round here. magixx is happy to run up and pick.
Quick on this.
Yeah, contact player looks like. And he yields a frag, and that's a big one as well. You know Kjaerbye's going to be inside that cave. He's been showing a lot of presence there, smoked out. I mean, it's magixx. There's full control of CT spawn. How do you get back into this one? They can keep smoking cave now.
This should be one of the save situations.
You have to,
right? Like, you're already locked out. The fact that they have a deep CT smoke in as well. A little bit of pressure alleviated here, but is that really the go signal? Bombs are about to get planted. The flash is really good. Teamwork now on point for Endpoint. Wonderful's down. There is a chance.
Good read. That flashbang was everything. Had they ran round dry, they were all going to be picked off one by one. I think they actually should go for this now. And magixx, though, good smoke down. Needs to find a good position. Can be flashed off once again. This is actually looking pretty good. I think the CT's might be able to do this, yeah, but I feel like they get through this smoke. A couple of kills come in their favor. It's going to be absolutely fine. Surreal with the spam here, and now the cave players can be exposed. They need to find these quick kills. Siren mowing them down, and magixx living up to his reputation once again. Is there enough time? I think there is.
It's going to be close. It's going to be real close here for Kjaerbye. The defuse, the final seconds. Another round by defuse for Endpoint here. This time, somebody stays alive, and that somebody is Kjaerbye.
Wow.
But that was a cluster truck on that site right there.
It really was. It looked like they had no chance there. The contact play to crack things open, taking down MiGHTYMAX, the B anchor. They knew exactly where Kjaerbye was, but it's this mid play. This is the moment. The flashbang finally didn't flash each other on the retake here towards the B lane, and they've managed to get Wonderful, and the kill for the smoker Surreal as well. This had to come through. Once it did, they were on. It comes down to the minutiae on the defuse. It couldn't be closer, but still, they'll take it all day long. As we get into round number 14, the penultimate round here, NertZ, a different approaches, straight up towards this platform, looking for an opening kill if possible. And the T's actually look like they're willing to challenge middle a bit earlier this time, perhaps.
The direct approach of contact up B lane was great, so they try it again. This time, magixx will stand his ground.
Good flash as well.
Yeah, he has to be so worried, right? Because they know he's isolated in a lot of these situations, so they're happy to walk up and fight him. But as soon as he bats one away, they have to respect and go elsewhere. Nice high flash from A, and the teamwork now starting to be on point. Flash assists in the feed. That's enough to get anybody excited about the counter we're seeing now.
Yeah, this is looking really good. We've got a competitive game. Maybe not too late for Endpoint here, can still win the half. Crucial with a must-win frag going in his favor. Wonderful and Chopper left. Less than a minute as well. Not really much they can do with this. The money's starting to get low, but they still have one more buy in them, I would say. And just waiting for any sort of mistakes here. But you just need to batten down the hatches of your Endpoint here. 2 on each bomb site. Have the crossfires established, and it would take something really special now to take down both players without a trade.
Now, in this type of situation, you want to make sure that you're not just playing committed for kills. Information, play the number advantage here.
Staying alive would be great, right?
Yeah. As much as it's great to hold an angle and try and get a cheeky kill, if you can allow your teammates to rotate in and have that support network, as we get another boost set up here.
I was going to say, if you can keep it quiet, lads, I don't mind it. This is actually looking very nice. 20 seconds, Molotov in towards short. Actually extinguished at the start there. Flashbang's no good. Oh, the footsteps made. I don't think it was heard. Oh, this is where things get a little bit dicey, but they're staying alive, as you mentioned. 7 seconds, they can actually explode on the planter here. Should be absolutely fine. Oh. Don't give him a triple, lads. Oh, no.
Lucky there's no time again, but this kid is nuts, man. His aim, he's so whippy. You think about the shots he's been hitting. He does it with the AWP, he does it with the rifle.
You're just seeing stars after that, aren't you? It's like, that doesn't even look possible. You're going in and think, right, lads, he's planting the bomb. Let's just take him down, and he gets 3 kills like that. You're just going to be flabbergasted going to the next round.
Look, it's so, like, just a bang. All he saw was a little glimpse coming out the smoke, whips back around, hits this one too. He knows he doesn't have time. He's still looking for fights. Just kill after kill for Wonderful here. And the vibes look great, right? The scoreline is now back level 7-7. Much more competitive affair than Overpass. But Spirit look like they're having a ball.
Thankfully, still a strong buy for Endpoint. They didn't get all the bells and whistles, a few concessions on the grenades, but they get 4 defuse kits and should be fine. Just a little bit rattled after that previous exchange there with Mr. Wonderful himself. Kjaerbye once again playing towards the cave in front of the flames. Now is isolated, though. Can't fall back just yet, and they are going to be challenging him. This flashbang combo they've had. Oh no, that's a little bit messy. Yeah, that's the burden of the M4A1S sometimes. We are seeing a few more players pick up the A4, but yeah, that flashbang, it catches him out. He couldn't retreat due to the flames, had to play heads up, and That's the first kill in favor of Spirit, but nice flank here from NertZ.
Yeah, he's had a couple of these. It didn't work out for him an overpass too well, but this one's going to be a change of tune. Straight into
Bomb
Chopper,
down.
Knife in his hand, bomb on the floor. And this aggressive position from Surreal here has also put magixx on notice. Now, he seems aware that the flank possibility, because look at this, A control for the T's. They don't have mid, they don't have the bomb, but they're starting to come through Donut. And I don't know if Surreal is too ready for this.
Such an awkward angle as well. Being sandwiched from the donut position. magixx above him. But 35 seconds, he needs to get escape to 1 kill versus Surreal. That would be great. 2 would be stellar. The third not possible, but still, he's done his job there. And there it is. Round confirmed. Bomb down towards despawn. I don't think it'd be even possible to plant or even go recover the bomb, take the kill required, and make your way towards the bomb site. So as long as no craziness goes down here, Chad, we should be done here for Endpoint. They've actually won the half.
Cue the Benny Hill music, shall we? One right there, and an 8-7 half for Endpoint.
Yep.
You have to be happy with it. They've recovered it. It's ancient, and now they're onto the T side. Let's see if they can recover things even more so and take us to a third after the break.
The one thing that I would like is for our team to have more practice, because I think we've been quite unfortunate with the schedule of events and the timing of adding Kjaerbye to the team. I think we've had less than 4 weeks total of practice, because we went to conference on about 10 days of practice, and then we had an event after, and then we went on player break, and then we had the RMR qualifiers. So that's the one thing I would like, is to have more practice. He would want less mistakes in the server, but obviously it's hard to do that. I think overall in the server we're pretty good at what we want to achieve. It's just limiting the mistakes overall to win games for us. I think the mistakes are a mixture of everything, because we're trying to play a high level of CS to what we used to play. So it's natural we're going to make mistakes. But yeah, it's never just one thing. It can be communication, it could be individual mistake,
Hey Future Pros, during a game I was observing, I saw Astralis pull off a really sick run boost in mid. This run boost allowed dupreeh to peek the B alley insanely fast. So fast in fact, he beat the T's ledge molly. An extra note, a fast mid molly or flash would help a lot, as it's possible for T's to catch you out if they are fast enough. To pull off this run boost, you'll need 3 Future Pros, 1 flash, and just a little bit of movement skill. Future Pro number 1. You will be the lower part of the run boost. Run into mid, do a 180 and stand on the mid section of the steps. Time it right and start running backwards just as Future Pro 1 lands on your head. Then just do whatever. Future Pro number 2. You are the movement pro, so run into mid and jump onto Future Pro 1's head. Keep holding W and jump almost instantly. Now you can sprint across the ledge and get a really quick peek into the B alley. Future Pro number 3. You'll be throwing the supported flash, so try to get it right. To throw the flash, stand against this wall. Aim above this ornament on the right side. Then running throw your flash. If you all did everything right, you can get a really quick peek into the B alley and hopefully catch a T fully flashed.
I have to say, Chad, that's one of the best pro tips we've had so far.
Yeah, Rush works real hard at those pro tips. He's actually learning how to do them all himself now. He's self-sufficient.
I really enjoyed that one, and that's what I like about Ancient as well. It's a map that's actually constantly evolving. It hasn't been around for years and years, and it's not been solved like the other maps, and not everyone's running the exact same setups and strats, right?
I think one of the things that people forget about Counter-Strike is part of it is the creativity of how you want to approach a new map. Well, that allows that to flow. We might have to see some more creativity out of Endpoint here on their T side, and I know MiGHTYMAX has a geeky utility set or two to show us.
But to be fair, Chad, after getting decimated on that first map, no one expected them to show up here at all, but they did win the first half. Sure, they're on the CT side, but still, after losing 6 rounds in a row, they did very well once again to turn things around, get 4 in a row, and actually looking like things might go in their favor. You never know. A third map could be possible here.
Yeah, they finally won a bit of a bogey round. Now, here's an insta-window smoke for everybody to learn at home. This is with the jump, throw, step bind, and this one released out of the hands of MiGHTYMAX.
It goes into another dimension for a second.
Yeah, and, well, there we go. The mid-control. Spirit will disrespect it. They are going to play ahead of this. Now, coming quickly out the top of the B lane, actually, never mind, into Cave as the 1x bet odds are still favoring Spirit here. You can understand exactly why.
Open side essentially here towards B. That's the opening kill on NertZ, and he's a bit of a ruse here, a bit of a distraction, because they've got full B control. Bombs being planted. This is looking fantastic for Endpoint, dare I say it.
Well, there's a kit, and there is a smoke for Chopper. They need to get past Max, who's playing defensively down towards the B doors, while the other 3 set up in post-plant positions towards the site. Cave, a heavy presence now as Siren coming late up long. Footsteps are being heard as places have been traded.
Well, a lot of these retakes have been going in favor of the CTs these days, but maybe not this one. Great positioning from Max, yields that first kill. Siren will have to leave his teammates to come out of the cave one by one. Chopper needs multiple frags here. Patsi will deliver 2 on 2, and they do have the kit. You're absolutely right. It's not he's actually done it. No! I didn't think he would commit to that, but he absolutely did, and it's a nightmare round again for Endpoint. You hate to see it, but sometimes that's the way it goes down. Team Spirit once again on the retake. Happy to give it that B bomb site. And if you've got the kit, that can happen. We saw Surreal with that 10-second defuse before, and now it's the quick 5-second from Chopper. Just has to hold it and believe in his teammate.
Even the first pistol round of this map, Max had to sit that defuse while they were fighting against Donut. So
same sort of scenario, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's been a few of these. Definitely a few of these so far.
Gut-wrenching note for Endpoint. Like, everything going in their favor. A 4 versus 3. You've got full control. You've got CT spawn, but 3 players from Cave. I suppose you didn't expect it. MiGHTYMAX holding the flanks as well. It was looking so good for them. But it is going to be live from Endpoint here, getting the bomb down and so many kills, of course. They're bringing out, just the 1 AK. Okay, so Chad, we talked about it in the previous. Sure, you can take the full eco, or maybe you can bring out 1 rifle, and Kjaerbye, the most experienced player for sure on the squad, he'll be bringing that AK-47. He can find a bit of a dent here, a couple of opening frags, a bomb down. That would be tremendous, but his form's not been bad this tournament, but whether he can actually crack a round open by himself right now is yet to be seen. Let's see what he can do with it.
Well, they want to keep the ruse up that it is mainly just Glocks or slightly upgraded pistols here until they reveal this AK. Now, they're allowing him to work on his own. There's nobody who can pick the AK up if he dies, so this is very risky business, and now the jig's up. Chopper will confirm that, but continuing to march forward is Kjaerbye, trying to find a fight or 2. There are 2 on the site. That's a trickle smoke from his teammates here to try and get a way in, but he's going to get peppered through this. And again, there's nobody pick up the AK with him at all. You would love to have at least somebody close by to hand that thing over to. Yeah,
it was a solo play. We saw that on overpass as well from Kjaerbye. He was having relative success. The 1 big kill they got towards the bathroom position was brought by him.
Look at the difference in the CT setup here, though. Spirit are playing very passive, right? They've given up mid control. They're playing nobody in Donut. They're allowing the map to be played through from Endpoint here. It might be through Donut towards A, and that's where Siren's going to have to deal with things. And at the same time, the swings and roundabouts of a map like this, the info has been taken back B, so the rotation can start to heavily now make its way and fortify this A bomb site.
Well, here they come. A little bit out of position, but bear in mind there's not much to speak of, no armor. And a plant with the investment of the AK-47 is very welcome for sure, and that even more so. Starting to get interesting now. Kjaerbye takes down Patsi, a key scalp on the Team Spirit retake here. So sure, they've only got P250s and Glocks, but
no kits.
Kjaerbye could actually get a double kill here. Maybe there's a chance. Close, Chad. Is there a chance of a trade? It doesn't look like here. MiGHTYMAX only has that default pistol, and now it's up to Crucial. If there's a double kill from Kjaerbye, they're really onto something. And he did significant damage, but not quite enough to get those trades coming through, and it will be 3 players surviving.
But I already liked that a little bit more than what we saw in the previous map with the full ecos. They had a plan. They were actually able to use that AK to success. They get the bomb down again, so everybody will be able to get a buy. Kjaerbye are going to be a little bit light on utility, but there is everything else available for his teammates.
Had to be a plan for him to even get AK and armor, and even gets a flash as well. So not the end of the world. Seems to enjoy those solo duels regardless, so you probably don't want a load of utility if you're walking into the crossfire.
Less responsibility, isn't it?
Exactly. Let's focus on your crossfire.
I can't throw a smoke if I don't have any.
Yep.
It's one way to deal with it. Just like Rush can't defuse the bomb if he doesn't buy a kit. So he thinks it's a waste of money. I'll tell you right now, defuse kit is not a waste of money.
I think that's a fair statement. So, damage exchange, Kjaerbye. He takes a nade to the face, Molotov at his feet as well, and some spam through the boards.
You see this smoke here. This could be by design right now, but this, actually, you can look at the radar, you can see the orange. This one here was thrown out from Endpoint from spawn. Now, you can normally get one that goes a little bit deeper, but maybe they're using that so it covers not only the mid jump up, but the cave
Right,
push.
that would make sense.
And they're being able to segregate and look back for some of this map control later. So, mid control late in similar fashion as to how we saw Spirit do it. You can see the util being lined up. Here comes this push down the ramp again, magixx.
Well, he's got the AK-47 as well, and he's fragging tremendously well these days, and not well enough. That's going to be crucial coming up in the duel. 5-on-4 once again, be plenty of those for Endpoint, but struggling to convert them in this series so far. Chopper looking for that trade. He's happy to hold for now, but retreats. He has got backup from his teammate, but is holding the B side for now. MiGHTYMAX and NertZ with some decent positional control. They've got towards red and donut. Uncontested for now. Does NertZ hold up, or does he push for more?
He should play on the flank here with the rest of the teammate. Is initiating onto a site here. I just was a little bit curious as what Max is doing. I think he's seeing if they're gamble stacking. So as he walks in, he isn't going to get any information whatsoever, and he didn't clear the tall box. That is very unfortunate for Max there.
NertZ has to be activated here now. He has to do something with it. Whether it's holding the rotations or going for a kill, suggesting they're going towards
20
A.
seconds.
It's a B finish, crucial coming out of the cave, and Siren seems to be very aware of the prospect of this.
Well, they just smoked front of donut here. Sorry, front of cave, right? And ramp smoked as well. There's no time. There's just no time for it all. You could see, I was just watching the radar. As soon as front cave got smoked, the bomb tried to reposition to go back around the ramp, but they dropped the smoke at that time. And the reason that's able to happen, right, the reason that teams are able to hold on to utility for that long, that late into the round, is because they don't feel pressured. They don't feel any threats. And that is a big issue.
And even though Endpoint had all that control, they just didn't really do anything with it. That one angle MiGHTYMAX didn't check. If he gets that kill, it's a different story. Players will peel off from B. They've lost information there. But the fact it's just one kill, and you've called, oh, it's just a lurker, no one's going to move. You know they're probably coming towards B. It's that exact play that actually cost him the round, and he just checked the box a little bit deeper. That's a completely different story. They have to rotate players off. NertZ is activated. He's in that great position as well. He finds the rotation kills. It would have been beautiful, but it's that one. Let's have a look here. I swear he saw him.
Yeah, it felt like he did too.
Oh, it's just so unfortunate.
But that's what we spoke about it yesterday, the terminology of a lazy clear, right? And look, Max, I can understand why he's gone for that play, because you want to avoid a gamble stack. You always want to send a feeling prong out there, but it's that little detail that cost them there at the end. And now they're 2 rounds in the hole. What could become quickly 3 here, and that 3 will turn into 4 if they don't get a plant off this round.
Yes, you're dead on. Khalil for Mighty. A lack of utility for the rest. They do have AK-47, so a bit more mid-presence. Grenades being exchanged. NertZ taking the brunt of the damage here, down to 37. But he is looking to fight, willing to fight, but that low HP will cost him. That's the opening kill. No trade potential here. Nice flash from Patsi just to make sure they retreat to donut safely. Surreal, he's playing with fire here. He needs to be very careful. Does confirm the middle is now clear at least, but what does it really mean in the context of the round?
Well, he just didn't want NertZ death to be in vain. So it's all right, mate. We got the map control. We know we have to watch this one for the rest of the round, but we have it. Well, we had it.
96 HP in the process, and we can't really re-peak it at this point.
Yeah, they're just having a rough go of things, aren't they? Poor Endpoint. Watch this nade.
It's actually going to do a hurt.
Hello, boys.
Oh, okay, not too bad. Didn't hit the pack. Looking a bit too easy, though, isn't it, at this point?
Yeah, they're just one by one. Peeling them apart.
Just getting unfortunate on some of the timings there. NertZ going down with no backup. The fact they can peel away, then just do a boatload of damage with grenades and long-range shots. There's just nothing to be said in this 5-on-2. 40 seconds and hoping CT to make mistakes, but they've got 3 players. A trifecta around the bomb site. Smoked off, it's Surreal. Nice Molotov, but does it even reach Patsi? Nope. So that might be fake information that it's clear.
It's not going to spread late. That's actually absurd. That is actually
Surreal's
absurd.
Still aware of it, I guess. He knows.
He drew the fight. Okay, yeah. It takes the long fight, draws the cubby fight. Giving themselves something to work with. The flash not bad, but they'll both just get taken out of the picture. Chopper and magixx with the final 2 kills. And 5 more rounds now for Spirit to get it done in 2-0. But it shows you quite the contrast, right? Both of these teams yesterday got blown out 2-0, right? But if Spirit come in here in 2-0 Endpoint and do it with ease, like we're seeing right now, what does that say, you know, about Endpoint, right? It says more about Spirit. It's kind of setting up the hierarchy of this group as we expected it.
Sure.
because it's easy to go, yeah, both teams yesterday, they got blown out 2-0, but now that you get into it, look at this.
Well, they were expected to lose yesterday. They were playing against number 1 and 2 seed, right? I guess an upset yesterday would have been Fnatic NIP, especially in the fashion it went down, the 2-0s and 16-4s. That's the first upset of the group, but will we see more of that?
Well, we get Na'Vi versus Fnatic today, so
nice.
A big test for Fnatic for their second matchup.
They looked hot. They looked
really
good.
Yeah, and they all looked good, right? Like Nikodos on the AWP was fantastic. I think Fasha, right, proving a lot of people wrong.
The game plan and Mezzi in game leading, it looked solid. They didn't look like they weren't out of depth once. They looked very, very comfortable, even when they were down and out in some of the rounds.
And then the final match of the day will be NIP taking on Vitality, and you need to see a different looking NIP if you want them to have any hope in this group after the display they put on yesterday. Just didn't look anything like the NIP that we're used to. We frame NIP now as a team that's like, oh, you know, they get overlooked and they always grind out hard games.
Yeah,
or they, you know, they
and on
get
that day, they can look very good as well, but we just don't see it very often. It's kind of quite patchy right now, and they're aware of it. I think they'll be the first to admit it. They're a little all over the place. But here we go then in towards the cave, and there's armor at least. They don't take too much damage from that exchange, but Kjaerbye, he's just looking for the one dig, a very difficult angle to make that happen. Time is of the essence now. We are just left with one smoke, no real utility to speak of, and Siren is playing that defensive game. They don't need these frags. Just bleed the timer out, and I think it will come to its logical conclusion momentarily, as here comes that one smoke now. It's going to be deployed towards short, and doesn't look like it'd be much of a problem. It's got 2 CTs towards long. They can boost up, and even Kjaerbye offers himself up for free.
They're trying to get tricky, right? So you can see what the plan was in that situation. Throw that smoke and force that player to rotate, but they'll just be gravitated towards it. No issues there. 12 secured. And we're quickly running to a 2-0 map scoreline here for Spirit. Now, this is important for them if they want to keep their hopes and dreams alive of coming back in about 3.5 weeks for the playoffs here in Malta. And then everybody from the European side of things for the RMRs, for the Road to Rio, will also be here in Malta, right? So we'll be seeing plenty of these teams, plenty of these players back here in a couple weeks' time, regardless of if they do make it to the playoffs for Pro League or not. But Endpoint are not one of those teams.
I was about to say, yeah, they didn't make it through the gauntlet. It's a challenging one. A lot of notable teams didn't go through. Fnatic did on their second attempt, but no Endpoint. So not too many British hopes left. As we'll see, Kjaerbye once again challenging towards Cave on both halves of the map so far. Hasn't necessarily had the advantage most of the time, being flashed off and forced off. But for now, things come to a bit of a standstill. We've got Crucial with the AWP, but he has been smoked out of position. That'll probably force him to try and investigate elsewhere. Patsi heads up spot here with the M4.
22 kills for Patsi as well, having a game, wonderful on 19.
We wanted to see more from him yesterday, right? We didn't feel like he came fully online, but this is much more like it. One of the big names in the squad, if not the biggest.
Chopper has a flash here. He could flash and Patsi could swing. Oh, there's the flash, there's the swing.
Oh, a dink and a kill. That's not good. That doesn't feel nice.
And mid's still under lock and key because Wonderful's still there with the AWP. So Patsi can stay here. He can stretch his legs. Sure, the mid pressure coming. Wonderful being flushed out now, but Patsi does get caught off guard. So well handled from Endpoint.
Still with the man disadvantage, but yes, absolutely. Didn't squander the opportunity to take a frag back. Crucial still alive. And with the AWP, the HP, not as concerning factor as it would be for another player.
A couple of bits of utility and spawn to be scooped up here if Wonderful wants. There's a HE, there's a flash, but concerned with getting the rotation in right now. He's going to bolster this B defense, pairing up with magixx. Siren left to anchor A, all on his lonesome right now, and the hit's coming with 20 seconds left.
20 seconds indeed, Chad. Wonderful has been playing a fantastic game of CS, but Surreal gets the better of him here as he heads towards the B side. It's actually looking pretty good. 4 versus 2. They can't give this one up. This has to go in Endpoint's favor. Can they get the bomb down clearly? The bullets are being spammed through, but damage is being received on the CT side. Maybe just want to save the AKs here. Of course, can't buy those on the CT side.
Oh, I think that was the AWP.
Yeah,
just got blown off
out
the map.
Yep.
Oh dear. Well, the plan was to save that. Now they might not get to save anything. Kjaerbye come through the red house here. He's actually cornered them off at the pass.
If he gets both kills, that'd be great for him. And there it is. A pretty dominant victory there after losing that initial duel towards the ledge, Chad. That's actually a very nice turnout for Endpoint.
I want to now amend my earlier statement where they won with the Deagles in the first half and said that's the best round they've won. That is the best round they've won so far.
Yeah, it was very well handled. The only pressure they received, they managed to fight back and have a decent rebuttal towards middle. This pincer maneuver, I dare say Patsi had plenty of opportunities to fall back, and I dare say he should have done because they had the advantage. There's no real reason to be segregated like that.
Nice little execute on the B site with those 2 smokes blooming simultaneously there. But one more buy attempt here, one more buy to the cherry for Spirit. And we'll go down to an eco. magixx straight through the smoke into Crucial's orb. He's left on 1 point of health. He's scampering for any room, any space, any way to avoid the bullets that are coming. But Patsi, he's not
committed.
stopping.
He's just had the Molotov thrown behind him. He has to stay for this kill here. And Crucial sits in the smoke. Has he got away with it? Oh, they're right next to each other. It's surely a kill for Patsi. They're just having a little hug, a timeout, and there comes the frag. He comes out on top in the end. 4 versus 4. No trade from Kjaerbye and locked out by the flames this time. Does he want to extinguish? Is it worth it? Do you want to expend this utility? Well, I guess you have to at this point. That gives up the spot, and now they've locked themselves out, essentially. So 3 players at a 3 doors. Yeah. So do you want to rotate? You've still got a minute left here. NertZ taking matters into his own hands. He'll wait for the fadeaway smoke. Hoping to come out. Oh, he snuck through. He threaded the needle, but Siren aware of it, but still a couple of kills for Endpoint. They're right back into this. Round number 22 for double digits for Endpoint. We'll see whether they can convert. NertZ has confirmed the A side is clear, but it's all a bit of a ruse as they are setting up towards B. Could this be their downfall, though? As MiGHTYMAX in the fake, I suppose.
Again, MiGHTYMAX going in as that beacon, looking for the information. NertZ needs to set up towards A to lock them out. They're rotating over 30 seconds. Still plenty of time to get the bomb down. I'm
going to say, does Surreal go towards Red Room here just to listen out for those rotations? The thing is, you leave your teammates and you go down. It's a 2-on-2. But he's playing it defensively. I like this. He's patrolling Donut, essentially, at this stage. Doesn't want to go for the flank. It's not required. They have the advantage. You know Wonderful's going to have the AWP. Set up for a defensive hold here. Don't give them these opportunities.
Hard round to rumble. Wonderful would need to hit the zinger right here. Behind the sight box, it's a difficult angle to clear right now, and his position has been noted. Chopper coming in through Temple. We'll have an opportunity for a big box fight. He's able to clear one out. Now they know the position on the site. The no-scope doesn't land. Pressure on. Kjaerbye ducks away, gets a big frag in the bomb. Surely too far gone right now. Chopper, his attempt is in vain. The nade, it looks good.
That's a kill. Oof, with the pistol to follow it up.
All right, well, he gets away with his life here. Surreal will be hearing every single one of these footsteps.
An expensive round, but money's actually very strong on the T-side, chat. It doesn't matter. As long as they get the win on the board, I think that's the main objective there. They're going to have like $6,000 on Surreal. They can drop weapons, no problem. Crucial on the AWP on the T side. Haven't seen much of that so far. So here's that
funny, wasn't it?
That awkward moment that is having a little cuddle in the smoke for a second, and Crucial will go down. He had 1 HP regardless, but they still win the round. It's a bit confused as to what happened there, but yep, he was with you.
Yeah, you're sitting there thinking, where was Kjaerbye for the trade? You know, that's probably the question he was asking.
Right, and he was at the double doors waiting.
But it was such a crazy opener, right? Jumping straight out of the top of B ramp right there into Crucial's orb. It was pandemonium to kick things off, but pistols for Spirit finally being made to work here.
Different methodology deployed. We're going to have that fast mid-take coming through, and Chopper has the M4. With one rifle, you never know. Things can get a little bit wacky. As we'll see, NertZ, he's looked very confident. He might not necessarily have one of all his duels on these flanks, but he's definitely finding lots of positional control and space.
Definitely a handy piece of this Endpoint team. Now, on the boost is Siren up towards the tree. NertZ is doing his pre-fires, checking all the corners that are required here just to waltz on in without any action whatsoever. Chopper is top mid, and, well, Crucial knows exactly that. Patsi.
Here we go again. Look at the space he's got. Like
it's enough. It's more than enough.
Yeah. If he takes down the rifle as well in the form of Chopper, round done. But is he going to investigate deep in towards red? Doesn't matter. Great shot from Crucial. Really coming to life now on this second map, looking for a third.
They're still not worried about the boost, though. No one's cleared that. And still no one's cleared that. Thank Lord. Okay.
No harm, no foul, Chad. I think we call that.
Yeah, everything's all good in the hood. Just 2 remaining now. And the 1-round game about to be inscribed.
Awkward fight for Surreal, but comes out on top in the end. magixx can't quite connect the dots. 4 players survive. 12-11. 1 round in it, ladies and gents. Endpoint once again have a chance to win their first map here at ESL Pro League Season 16. It's been a rough start for them. A bumpy road for sure, some awkward rounds even today. But they're looking like a much stronger unit right now. Like, we're seeing some great T rounds, not so many mistakes coming through. The clutches aren't falling apart. Not checking all of their angles. It has been a problem a couple of times at that A site, but still looking healthy here. And it's going to be an investment for Spirit, but no kits and not all the utility they require. On a map like Ancient, that's a bit of a problem not to have all the incendiaries.
Yeah, they might sit back a little bit more here. Just play for the early information, try and move that AWP around, make it as mobile as possible, which is on Wonderful. A bit of softening up to Max as he's just going to attempt to walk into the den, and this AWP I mentioned is trained on the line, and of course, he's not going to miss. Wonderful, with a bit of a simple wiggle there after the shot.
Yeah, locked on, didn't he?
Very inspired an entire generation.
That's nice. Come on.
Wow.
Big from Crucial. They needed that. They needed that desperately. He gets the blind kill there. Wonderful offs themselves up. Patsi should be traded out here as well. It's a double kill. Fantastic stuff from him. That flashbang from Siren as well. He's just assisting from the A bomb side, no less. Throwing it over deep from the bomb side. Manages to get Crucial, though, back in position.
Yeah, he saw that shadow for miles, so nice easy collection there for Crucial. The bomb still needs to somehow make its way in towards that B bomb site, but Crucial continues to march forward, silently so, has been smoked off. So denied full vision. Patsi seems aware of this position now. 26 kills for Patsi here, a molly and a plant.
Still possible here. Like, Patsi can't challenge too heavily. He's low HP, has to wait for the cavalry to arrive. We have an HE, a flashbang, and a Crucial firing on all cylinders. This is the key duel, though. You can see the AK patrolling Kjaerbye. He's going for the flank. He's going behind. And Crucial, like we said, he starts hitting shots. They're on for this one. He's on for the ace here as well. Yeah, and coming behind. I think this is locked in. If Kjaerbye can hold his nerve, get at least one of these, the round should be theirs, and he nails it. 12-12. Endpoint are on their feet here. A team that looked like they were having a woeful performance in the first map. Their pick of overpass, 16-3, didn't show up whatsoever, and now rallying the troops. That Stern talking to Rage and gave them outside chat. It seems to have lit the fire beneath them, and finally, we're seeing the stars shine.
Yeah, great round from Crucial here. Some big openings. This double in mid, as you mentioned, facilitated by the flash. So Patsi's doing everything he can and more to bring it back. But a well-understood round here, and a well-pieced-together round in the mid-rounds. Not necessarily the easiest thing to be pulling off against a team like Spirit, but they will confirm it. They will force them down to pistols here, and they're looking good to take the lead in this one. A bit more of a surge forward, a quicker approach, a faster play. Already up and in, and Patsi getting burnt, needs to get out of there. It's taken so much damage.
Seeing a few of the smaller mistakes being made by the CTs now. Pressure being applied to them. Their map pick is up for debate.
Well, we have Vertigo as the third if we do require it.
And Endpoint, we know they're quite well versed in it. They picked that against Vitality. It didn't necessarily work out for them, but they got to double digits, Chad.
And as long as they're confident in it, that seems to be one of the keys right now, is having Endpoint's mentality in the right place, because they can do the correct plays. It's just about pulling it off consistently here.
Don't want to be haunted by the Zywu effect as well.
Exactly.
That was a bit of a problem.
The 5-7 effect from Siren.
It's the orb going around first.
Well, it's a longer barrel, Henry.
I guess, yeah, you wanted to show off the fact. Yeah, we're coming if you like this one. That was a strange decision, but still they traded. It's not the end of the world. It's just difficult to watch sometimes. Should be fine. I'm saying that with bated breath right now as things start to get a little bit messy for them, but that's the kill that secures the round. magixx just with the P250, and now he has been removed. The lead for Endpoint, Chad, 13-12. They're on the T side. A lot of work to be done. This is by no means a foregone conclusion, but still, this is like a nice full buy. Loss bonus in terms of team spirit, a maximum now. They've lost 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, so no dramas getting the AWP back out, no issues with the util this time, a couple of defuse kits in play. So this is where it's looking a little bit more serious on the Spirit camp. They've been having a good time throughout, but they need to pull up the socks right now. If they want to get it done in 2-0, you don't want to find yourself in that third map, because we were talking about how important this series is for either team. Again, Pep in the step, fast up the lane. Max just surging forward here, trying to be as mighty as he can, but goes into the hands of magixx. Now, yeah, confident, sure, but he's handed one over very, very early. They need to capitalize on space.
Thing is, magixx is all too aware of that play. He tried it himself a few times in that first half. They come out on top this time, but is it NertZ once again? What a player he is, an understanding he has of this map. The fact he gets himself in these positions so often, it's fantastic to watch. He does do a lot of damage. Would have been great to get that 4-on-4 situation in his favor, but they have full mid control at least.
I think at least his presence alone is going to force quite the turtle setup to be adopted here from Spirit. With the number advantage and with the map control that they've lost, they might not go having a looky-loo around to try and take some space elsewhere. A nade could have been destined for some damage there. You can see it just clipped the edge of the wall. Siren pushed in, so over towards B. That's where the finish looking likely. 50 seconds, a nade forward for the cave clear. Going to play in the smoke of that, and here we go, starting to rumble with some speed. Secondary place to clear the pillar. magixx now starting to round the corner, and they're going to find themselves fights on all angles.
Yeah, but it's quite a passive setup here from the CTs. The AWP at the back there towards long, they'll be smoked out. Retake mentality once again, hoping to spam through the smoke, and to be fair to them, they've got plenty of kills in that fashion. They have the man advantage, and we've seen them retake successfully many times. And here we go, bomb planted, pressure on Endpoint even more so now as Surreal swallows a grenade. And Crucial, a missed shot there. That was a crucial one to hit, to be honest with you. Flashbangs come through, CT's waiting for Siren to reposition. No flanks, Chad, to speak up. Everyone coming through CT spawn.
It's about to get messy here on the site bomb. Almost halfway gone here. Crucial now lying in wait. Passive positions as the flash comes forward. No swing off the back of it, but there's Surreal. Pokes his head out cave. Able to take down Wonderful. Crucial now holding the line and the shot through from Patsi. That's the difference maker. Chopper's low. They're going to get under defuse. The AWP kills keep coming for both sides. Crucial needs to knock them off the bomb. They're still defusing here. Still coming on through, and there's no way for Kjaerbye to try and knock them off the bomb. Right in front of his face, they lose another round to defuse, and 13-13 tied up again.
Plenty of opportunities as well there. It was Crucial. He's had such a fantastic second half, but those shots not landing for him. 3 or 4 opportunities, not quite landing. This was the key one for me. That's a frag he should be hitting, Shad. We saw that big whiff yesterday on Inferno. It wasn't necessarily a whiff, it's still a difficult shot, but considering the context of the situation, he hits that, the round goes in their favor. Look how tight it was as well. Another one of these full diffusers. You're trying to spam, you're hoping they're not doing the full defuse. We go back to 13-13 and enter round number 27.
Yeah, key detail on that one there was Patsi, who got dropped the AWP thanks to Bogdan's Law, took all that early damage to NertZ, who this time will finish his meal. Will that be the difference maker? Because without Patsi in that retake, there was no way through. Chopper does find a way under Kjaerbye's skin. But here they come out on towards A.
Great play here from Siren. Significant damage towards Crucial as well. We go into the 3-on-3. Surreal and Kjaerbye removed.
Look at Chopper. Look at this. He's already in T-spawn. He's trying to cut them off with the pass. He has the AK in the hands. Needs to be careful about the steps. Might be noted that water.
I think he's nailed it. And he's got Crucial dead to rights here, I would say. Crucial checks it. He might be able to slip by.
He's heard the reload. Chopper knows they're around the corner.
You're right. They're going to keep going here, but he's at least got one. Oh, the timing eludes him, so he's
But they're all three back turn, going Red House. Oh, look at the lineup for Chopper. Easy as you like, around the world. Gets it done. The in-game leader destroys Endpoint.
Oh, maybe the chances as well, because their money has been decimated here. They do have enough for a NertZ AK-47. He could drop one as well. It'd be a mixture of Tech 9s, a couple of AKs if they wanted to go for it, but do they allow Team Spirit to get the 15 instead? These are the questions. No timeout taken. We're actually going to get into this round, but Chopper, I was saying the timing might elude him. It actually couldn't have got any better. He's got the perfect weapon for the job. They actually perfectly line up as well.
Thank you very much.
Oh, like ragdolls, they go down. The Puppet Master, he's in full control. And it's going to be NertZ here. With the AK, like we said, he's been fantastic towards middle. Got himself 20 frags. Chopper with a bit of spam towards middle. No damage done, but a slight chance here for Endpoint. I say slight because they've only got one player at the rifle. Everyone else just with Glocks, Deagles, no armor. A Tech 9 for Crucial. Bomb on the back of MiGHTYMAX, and they're currently residing in B lane.
If Spirit go on and close this 16-13, it kind of feels like they were playing with their food a little bit, you know? Maybe a couple of overzealous situations, but it can't take away with how Endpoint did piece together a few of the rounds. They've definitely been showing some better Counter-Strike here today on Ancient than the opener of Overpass.
Well, it's not over until the Fat Lady sings, and NertZ, he'll be keeping her silence for now. Well, that's going to be their first kill in his favor once again. A key scalp to find. Patsi dropped. And if they can recover that weapon, all of a sudden they have a bit of a chance. You've got Surreal with Kevlar as well. That would actually be 2 fully equipped units. So what's the next play? Surreal is waiting around middle with Siren protecting the rifle.
They have to rumble magixx here. Well, it had to be magixx. Now they're actually changing this setup. They're bunkering down on B. Chopper floating. He can watch Red Room and assist the B bomb site from this passive position. And all the responsibility on Siren's shoulders towards A. But as it's silent, you know it's going to be this side.
Nice bait. I like that from NertZ. Working out exactly where Wonderful is at this stage, but still, they need to find a way out of it. They've got one flashbang and now no Surreal, who is lurking towards middle. They lose the AK-47, and this is where we could find map and indeed match points for Team Spirit. They converted. It's actually very clean in the end after losing that first kill as well. Well contained, denied access towards that rifle, funneled them towards B. A chance there with a baited out shot, but unable to capitalize. And they did take the eco before, so there is a chance they just need 2 rounds in a row. I say just. On the T side of your opponent's map pick, that could be a very difficult prospect indeed.
So what approach can they look for here to try and get themselves into this? Because it was more the mid-rounds. Like, it was when Spirit were playing a bit more aggressive and trading. When there was the trading more efficiently for Endpoint, they would find themselves in 3-on-3s, 3v2s. That's the type of rounds they're going to look to capitalize on. And NertZ tasked again with trying to do all of this mid-play alone. Sure, the utils there.
Are they going to spam him?
Oh, he's ahead of this smoke. He might just creep through. Crucial just trying to come up the ramp, but NertZ has come through. A trade over towards the other side. NertZ is just doing it alone.
He is an absolute beast right now, but Kjaerbye turns his back for a second. He's punished for it, but still, full control of the A bomb site here. He gets past the AWP. The patrol has been thwarted for now.
But look at Kjaerbye back up to the same antics with that massive
How's
triple kill. He's just stretching his legs. He wants to go to T-spawn and check it out, and he's even brought magixx along for the ride.
I'm not sure they spotted them there. I don't think so.
Wait,
but the
NertZ
boost
might
is
hear
coming
them.
in.
NertZ is going to hear this running. He's definitely going to hear the running. No one's reacting. NertZ can hear this.
Now they have. Surreal's got him.
They won't expect a second because magixx was walking. He wasn't making the sound cue. Chopper just gave his life away for magixx to win this round, to get round 16. The boost, he knows there's a player there, dead. Bombs being planted, one towards site and NertZ towards donut. It's a 2-on-2 situation for Endpoint's life.
Here it comes then. They're going to have to dig real deep. This smoke makes things awkward, and it's up to NertZ, the man of the moment. 2 frags to his name so far. Can he hold on? That's a guaranteed kill on towards magixx. 1 versus 1 now. He can convert. He delivers, and he keeps Endpoint in the series for now. 15-14. What a stellar performance from the star rifler there. They needed him to step up, and does he ever?
Doing everything and more there at NertZ. That round got very, very close. Chopper's play thought it might have been enough to facilitate this retake here. There's a lot of biffing over towards this B lane as they try and scamper to all that space that NertZ bought. magixx gets an absolute freebie here. The second was a beauty of a shot, but NertZ shows he can do exactly that too. Closes this one out in style, taking a head-to-head fight with the AWP. Wonderful.
What a shot.
And we're getting to round 30. We've gone the distance here today.
We really have. I'm happy for Endpoint here because they needed an opportunity here, a chance. Some of the rounds going in their favor. NertZ delivering, pulling them through towards overtime. One more round will do it. Going for that mid-control, but Chopper's been such a nuisance to these backstabs, and once again, he finds a gap and takes down a key piece of the puzzle. That's crucial removed. And he can confirm the B is clear right now. He has to funnel them towards A. They don't really have a choice.
Okay, well, Siren has just lost vision momentarily, and we know how much of a nuisance NertZ has been getting towards top mid. Patsi has opted to play in a very committed corner. They have to clear 180 degrees, so it's a little bit of a coin toss in that situation, but they're trying to play in the fade, and so is Siren. Who's going to get the glimpse first? Who's going to come out on top? Siren pulls out a nade and gets caught pants around the angles. There's still a chance here. Is wonderful. Does miss the shot.
Yeah, and it's an open A bomb site. If they can smoke him out, push him off the angle, they actually have a decent chance here. Look at the retake utility on the CT side. It's pretty much non-existent. A couple of flashes, still a 4-on-4. magixx toward the temple, and that Molotov is absolutely spot on. Buys him enough time, and he actually can fall back, reposition, and it all comes down to this one, Chad. A 4-on-4 retake, no utility available, full deathmatch mode here, as Wonderful will be leading the charge with the AWP, and 2 players towards temple. Kjaerbye boosted up, Patsi and magixx. We know they're deadly. No one seems to be watching Temple, and it's going to be a bit of an issue for them. First frag goes in Team Spirit's favor, and Surreal isolated towards the tunnels here. He's only got the Galil. magixx hunting him down. He's going to have to swing eventually, and down to just 19 points of health. It looks like he's dead, and it's a 4 versus 2. The defuse comes in. They're trying to defend it. The body block's coming through. NertZ is stepping up once again. 1 player remaining.
I don't think there's time. There's no time, there's no kit.
They've absolutely done it. It's going to be overtime here. Endpoint just about crawl over the finish line. They get the full reset here. They remain on the T side. We've made it. It's going to be one of those close, competitive overtimes now. Everything on the line. This is beautiful stuff from Endpoint.
And a look of relief right there as we head to a break. Go get hydrated. Go get ready for overtime. We'll be coming back in 2 minutes' time to finish this off. Map 2, Endpoint taking on Team Spirit.
Hey Future Pros! Taking mid as a T can open so many options while playing Ancient. Throwing mid smokes from spawn is quick, but also means you could be locked out if the CT's utility is on point. So these mid smokes I'll show you will be great for a slightly delayed mid take. For this mini execute you'll need 2 Future Pros, 2 smokes, and possibly a molly to be safe. Future Pro number 1. You'll be throwing the top mid smoke. To throw the smoke, position yourself so this wall meets the edge of this highlighted brick while crouched. Aim just below this dark spot on the edge of the shadow. Then jump throw the smoke. Not too hard, right? Future Pro number 2. You'll be throwing the donut, Lara, cube, whatever you want to call it, smoke. To throw this, stand against the wall in the middle of this window frame. Find this gap in the trees and aim just to the left of the center of the opening. Then simply throw the smoke. Just like that, mid doorway and donut will be blocked. A note for these nades, it helps greatly if you have a fellow T somewhat holding the B lane so you can't be peeked from the ledge area. Also, if you don't have early info on the cutout position, lob a basic molly in there, as a sneaky CT could really ruin your day.
Well, after a 16-3 deficit and overpass, rising from the ashes, Endpoint have put on a commendable show here, Chad, and led us all the way to overtime on the map pick of Team Spirit. It was a hard-fought battle, many rounds falling apart, but still, it was the main man, NertZ, who stepped up time and time again, threading that needle through middle, and has given them an opportunity to take it to a third map, which I know you'd love to see. Vertigo is the third choice.
And the question is there enough left in the tank right now for Endpoint? Because those heroic plays from NertZ in mid, they can be stalled out. The adjustment can be made. That 2-minute break has allowed Spirit to have a bit of a conversation about what needs to be adjusted, and crucial. This is a bit more pep at the step. The AWPer, hyper-aggressive in the molly, hits a tag. Chopper low, but crucial too.
I like that. It's a brave play. It's equal exchange of damage. If not, going a bit in favor of Crucial there. Here's 42, chop it down to 19. That will stop him pushing behind them, I think.
And the fact he hasn't received too much worry from mid side means that Endpoint have a lot more room to work with than previously.
Well, they're going for that later mid retake as well. They've got a few smokes, and towards Red Room it goes. NertZ and Surreal this time together, working in tandem as Crucial clears out Donut. Chopper investigating the smoke, seeing if there's any opportunity to see whether NertZ tries to push through once again.
Oh, flash over. Peek from Crucial. They know where Patsi is. He's going to block them and force them towards Chopper, who is top mid.
Big nade.
And they've seen enough. They've had enough of mid, and they want to turn their attention back towards the B side of the map. So all the way through spawn will be Surreal. Wonderful has been holding this line almost the entirety of this round.
You'd like to see Crucial boosted up here. And indeed,
still a hard clear.
He has been besting. Oh, that's fast and wonderful. Doesn't connect, but I dare say he's been keeping up Crucial.
This was one of the keys for Spirit early in their CT half, was fantastic utility usage. Endpoint weren't threatening enough, but that's changed. And so is this setup again. Chopper, top mid, rotating back towards B, a double cave setup. They're ready for this, 30 seconds.
It's a difficult one for Kjaerbye. He has been strong in his position, especially in the last few rounds, and he's waiting for any sort of re-aggression here from the CT side. If he goes around the corner, he's dead to rights, and he will be dead, but there it is. He'll go down first, but his teammates are taking advantage of the situation. Equal trades for now. 10 seconds remaining. If they get the bomb down, they're absolutely fine here, and Wonderful can't do much until his teammates back them up, and they're all going from cave once again. We've got a player towards CT. So, 2 flashes and an AT available. Surreal, MiGHTYMAX, trying to figure this one out, and it's been a problem for them in this cave position. They can't shut it down. They need to step up here, and it's Surreal with the first. 2 kills to find, and Surreal looking for the triple. Got back up from Crucial as well. It looks like this is going in their favor. Surely Wonderful can't find them both. And finally, a convincing round towards this B bomb site. Post-plant as well, Chad. That's where things often fall apart for them.
Yeah, they're finally getting the room, the space to go for some of these plays. You could see that they were allowed to execute into the site because of the double cave setup. Chopper was a madman pushing through the smoke, trying to make it interesting, but his low HP meant that he just got knocked over. It was a good way to open things up, but magixx died immediately as soon as Wonderful got that kill, and just handling from the pillar position was Surreal. So a very good round for Endpoint to give them the lead here. Now it's 12,500 in the overtime these days, so the CTs do have to consider their expenditure a little bit.
Yeah, it just means you can't get double, triple orbs and just continue running that setup. You actually have to manage the finances a little bit more. And speaking about managing, we have got CT control all over the B lane, and that's going to be Kjaerbye, who will be sussed out by the looks of things. Chopper will find him, and he is dominating.
But there's a player directly below Patsi. He considers it. You can see him looking. I thought he overlooked it after the incendiary came into play. NertZ is going to be feeling rocked by that one. And here's Wonderful, just striking him down. The AWP from Temple, a very powerful position, a very tight line, and Spirit, they will bounce back. So 16-16.
One more round to go. Tell you what, Surreal's looking pretty sharp as well. He really has risen to the occasion on this second map. Orb for Crucial. Went with that aggressive play towards Cave to shut down the prospect of Chopper beforehand. Still, Chopper more than happy to oblige and changes up his setup and finds that next kill in the following round. So, focus towards middle. Maybe a faster approach here, Chad. Not so much presence in towards that B side of the map. They're going to be pushing through. We haven't seen much of this in this game, to be fair. Extinguishing the smokes, and Patsi and Wonderful, though, coming out on top. NertZ and MiGHTYMAX removed, and that sort of mid-push has been completely shut down.
Yeah, the Infinity Molly landing front donut came so late. There was 2 players already dead before that Molly had even landed, and that is a key piece of utility when you want to go for those fast mid-plays. So maybe disjointed, maybe a missed throw, maybe a missed comm, but this is the Kjaerbye 1-on-5 that you've all been hearing about.
Well, bear in mind as well, they start on the T side, getting 1 round. It's serviceable. It's not ideal, but you've got your 1 round you need.
And there it is, Kjaerbye dead. Yeah, you're right, though. And the reason that as long as you have 1 round, I think on either side here, you could have been content, is because both the halves were 8-7. Right? We didn't have like a 12-3. We didn't have like a 10-5. So it's not one side or the other of where the lion's share of these rounds have necessarily come through. It's been as close as we can possibly get it. And is 1 going to be enough to get us to the 3rd? I know it sounds like a lot of maths, but the numbers are easy. And so is locking down mid for Spirit. This was a great showing.
Yeah, Chopper's been such a nuisance. Constantly pushing, getting behind those smokes, and that's a nice little low 5 there as well. Good connection. So not so aggressive this time.
This is a good little flash to note for people, right? It's a simple lineup. It's a jump throw, facilitates Kjaerbye to swing forward, doesn't find anything off the back of it. Will smoke towards the doors, but he's definitely, fluffed his lines, I would say.
So, 1 round required from Team Spirit to get themselves match point once again. If they win this first one, they've got 2 chances to close this one out. magixx once more, so confident of that B ramp, and here comes the late mid retake. This is what we saw a lot in regulation time, and it was working out fantastically for them. Oof, a chance there. magixx spots the Mighty. I'm just going to slow things down. You can see the bomb back in T-spawn. They won't be fully committing to anything just yet, but 50 seconds. Need to get their skates on. Looks like an A finish is looking likely. Left B completely open at this point. Chopper watching for any backstab potential, but Donut will be their main focus.
Yeah, interesting gamble, but it's the right call here. Need to start getting a move on now. 40 seconds left. You too. Thrown over the wall towards that A side to smoke off CT, and NertZ slides on into Chopper's aim. He's going to be removed from the picture, and now it's Crucial behind the big box, has to stand tall. The mollies are coming, steps out, gets 1, but traded, and they just keep on falling in the favor of Spirit here. magixx over 30 kills at this point, alongside of that of Patsi, the 2 putting in a shift and more, and the retake for Max and Kjaerbye needs to come through.
Chad.
It's Crispy, the HP's low, they have to break through this. Crossfire 1 and 2 for Max now. He needs to get the final player of Siren.
So, he's got 43 HP, the AK-47, 25 bullets in the chamber as well, and it's up to Siren to take him down. I think Max has done this. I think he's done this. He pre-fires it perfectly. On a round that looked like they were done, they fall apart of the A-bomb side, but the retake, the HP was there, and it's down to Kjaerbye. MiGHTYMAX trading in tandem there, and it's absolutely beautiful. MiGHTYMAX has had a rough tournament so far, but he has delivered in those key moments to keep Endpoint alive.
Wow, Siren's probably going to feel like he dropped the ball in that moment there because he opted to play in an open position.
Exactly.
He was playing the confidence of his aim. He didn't have to play in an open position like this.
Absolutely not. And the bomb was, what, half gone? It didn't look like MiGHTYMAX was going to have any chance in that one, but he checks every single possible situation there. And we are going to go into a 17-17 situation. That looked like a locked-in round for Team Spirit, but they are rattled once again. Endpoint keeping their heads held high.
And magixx just blew them over, eh? Just coming out of that donut position, just not enough.
It looked too easy for them, but here we go. Kjaerbye finding that confidence now. Smoke not going exactly where you'd like it to, and the same story for NertZ, but a couple of kills in response. Endpoint back on their feet. 4 on 3. Chop up, gives up his position towards the B ramp.
Looks like they're going to snatch this one away, right? When you have Patsi on 34, magixx on 31, and Wonderful on 26 kills. Chopper's even got 26 frags to his name here.
Oh, I love this boost. Allows you to look towards the cave and ramp position, but it can be a bit awkward. If you miss the kill, they know exactly where you are. Perfectly done. Now they can dismount and pretty much guarantee the round. They're looking for that 3-0. Endpoint can still win the map here on the CT side.
Kjaerbye's pushing here. It's a good push. Smoked off towards Cave Shore, but he's going to play for information. A 2-on-4 scenario ensuing, and Siren, he's just getting peppered through this Kjaerbye flank. It's going to be here in about 5 seconds. It's really on Wonderful now to make this difference, to make the impact. The final piece of this puzzle rotating on over of Crucial, and this is dead to right kill here for Kjaerbye.
At least it
Siren
was.
spotted, Siren gone. Wonderful would have to win a massive clutch. The tag, it's there, but that's all he's going to get. 1 kill onto Surreal. The defuse comes through, and Endpoint have guaranteed double OT at a minimum.
At a very minimum. I have to say, Chad, Kjaerbye's really come into his own in these last, and he's really important rounds, it has to be said. His flanks have been spot on.
Yep.
He's hitting all those shots. It seems to be his timings are on point, and you love to see it. A player that's definitely trying to rebuild his career and his reputation. He's making all the right moves in this series.
You know what's wild, right? You look at the scoreboard between these two teams at this current juncture, even with Endpoint leading by just 1 round, and it feels like the game should already be over for Spirit, or that they
Absolutely.
should be, because they have fraggers who are, 10 or so more kills above most of the high fraggers on Endpoint. It's the way that they've been losing or winning rounds that have put us in this position, but Endpoint can wipe all that away. Just 1 more round, and Vertigo will be just around the corner.
You would love to see it. Vertigo will be a hell of a game. Endpoint want to redeem themselves with a showing against Vitality, and this is the first step to do it. MiGHTYMAX can end it right here, right now. Fantastic opening kill. Good follow-up utility. He can reposition here. Is there a slight gap in the smoke? I believe there is, so he'll just hold foot. And it's actually looking very good. He takes no damage, confirms no one's really there. They could be tucked behind the smoke, so you can't give a definitive call. But still, if ever you're going to close things out, this would be the round to do it.
There's 2 players to rumble here in mid as well. You can see this. They have to clear vertically down, and then Surreal
should at least get one, allow an opportunity for NertZ to turn around.
It's an awkward angle. This is definitely not an angle that you're pre-firing as a T coming out. So Surreal here should be good for 1. The AWP is going to walk forward. The bomb's going to get dropped loose. It's, well, actually being picked up, but the kills, that's all that matters here. Just 2 more to find. Endpoint are going to do it.
They absolutely are. Who would have thought after the thumping they got on the first map, 16-3, they step up, they go to overtime against all the odds. NertZ posts his 30th frag and drags him across the finish line here. That is a resurgence of sorts, and I love to see it. They were down and out. Remember the frustration they were showing in that first map? They looked dejected. They looked like they were never going to win their first map. But now here we are, going to Vertigo, their pick against Vitality yesterday. Fantastic scenes from them. We've got a real game on our hands here. We'll throw it to a break and go back to the desk.